Hello and welcome back to the ChillTube channel. So I'm gonna make another experiment like I did with how if you should long distance mine or just oversaturate your main. So this time I'm gonna test per request if what happens if you long distance mine gas. So that's what we're gonna test in this one. As you can see, I'm on faster and I'm on amygdala. I guess that's kind of the most important things. Alright, so the first experiment here is I have let it run a little bit further, so you can't tell from this number right now, but I'll explain later. So the first experiment is where I, as you can see, the first probe I sent out to build a pylon, and I'll do this in the next experiment too, so it's comparable. And then I rally the next probes to the gases, also to the gases down here. So, and then I immediately, as soon as I can, I build the gases, and then as soon as the gases finish, I just grab 3 probes and put them on gas. And that's so, and I'll do the same for these 2 down here. So that way we can kind of, as you can see, I rally the probe down there now. And then I build the gases at the same time. And I do this just to have something that's comparable. As you see, I put 3 probes on here immediately, and I go down here. I built these 2 gases immediately. I send the probe back, and immediately when I can, I send probes into this gas. Send all 3 probes at the same time, just so that we can compare things. And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna grab 3 probes, send them to the first gas, grab 3 more probes, send them to the second gas. And I mean, there might be a little bit of a difference here in the timing. As you can see, they didn't make it there exactly when the gas is finished, so it could have been a little bit faster. And then I built this pylon out here, just, you know, because in the beginning I thought, okay, I'll keep probing, but there's no point in keep probing, because what we're measuring here is how fast are we gonna get to 1000 gas, and that 1000 is an arbitrary number. It's just so that we have something to compare with. So at this point, we could of course have a lot more probes going to the gases down here, but at this point I'm just you know, saying, okay, so if we dedicate you know, 3 times 4 probes for the gases, at what point or at what time are we gonna go to 1000 gas here? So in this replay, I let it run at the faster speed. You know, I didn't go up to ×8, just so that I could explain what I was doing. And in the next segment here, I'm gonna let it go a little bit faster so that we can compare quicker. And in the next segment, I'm gonna build the base down here in the natural. So I am gonna be rallying more probes. I think it makes sense to rally more probes here so that we can quickly get to 4000 minerals, but only after I have saturated the gases. And there was a person who asked me if I could do this comparison, so here it is. And you can use it forever for whatever you want. Maybe you have a build in mind that you want to, you know, kind of a cheese that you want a lot of gas, and you want to see which way is faster. The guy who asked this in the comments, he said that he never built this one, the natural. All right, so here we are. We're almost at 1000. Let's see. All right, so around 3 minutes and 30, we hit 1000 gas. Okay, so let's see if we can do that faster by building a base in the natural. All right, so yeah. This experiment was a little bit harder to make than I expected, because if I just let's run it at normal speed. If I just build a base down here, or max out the gas and then build a base down there, you know, try to max out these gases as quickly as possible. You know, it would take way too long for me to build the base, to get enough money to build the base. So what I did was I did the kind of a normal thing to do, which is as soon as I had them, I built one gas and put one probe on there, and then as soon as I had the money, I built the natural. And then as soon as I had the money for the next gas, while still producing probes, I produced the next gas. And at the same time, I rallied every new probe to gas. And I'm gonna do that for the gases down here, and then I'm gonna see how much faster is it to get to go to 1,000 gas when you optimize for gas, as I did in the other one. Well, in the other one I went as fast as possible for a gas, and then how much of a difference does it actually make if you're maximizing for gas? If you maximize for gas, or if you just follow a kind of a normal build where you make a base down here and then just rally probes to these gases as well as soon as you can. As you can see now, I rallied the probes to the first gas, and I keep up the concept of just rallying the next probes to the gas. And you know, I don't know if this experiment makes a lot of sense. I don't really think it does, but it's an experiment for the sake of the experiment. And now you will see this probe is also rallied down over here. So as soon as they're produced, they're rallied to the gas. And this I would consider, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm no specialist or no pro or no anything. I'm just, you know, a Bronze League hero basically. And but I like to see these experiments because, I mean, you read about them and you don't really know how, I mean, it's also kind of good practice to try to build them yourself, right? To see what happens. So here's what I did, you know, and now we're just counting down. We'll see. So at this point, I was actually, you know, kind of excited about this, but as you'll see in a minute, we are a little bit later to reach the 1,000 minerals, but it's not a lot. And I would say, you know, because the build where you totally maximize for gas is useless in many sense, and it doesn't make that big of a difference, because here you can see 330 is when we had 1,000 gas on the other build, but we were way down in minerals. I think we had like 400 or 500, but of course I stopped the probing at that point, so you can't really compare that. But let's see how much longer, because it's actually pretty fast now. So it doesn't take that much longer to get to 1,000 here. As you can see now, we're like 10 seconds maybe or something like that. Here we go. All right, so yeah, about 10 seconds later, or in-game seconds, I don't know what this is not seconds, but in-game time, 10 in-game seconds, I don't know what to call them, we're at 1,000. So yeah, I don't know if how much sense this experiments make, but I'm gonna upload it anyway, and you can then tell me what you think about this, and if there's anything else you would like me to try to do. This was a comment that kind of asked me to try to do something like this. I'm not sure if I did exactly what the person asked, but anyways, this was also fun for me to see that. I guess what I kind of learned from this is that this is super optimized. You know, they work really fast when they are just next to the base, and I don't think yeah, it doesn't make sense to long distance mine gas, at least not in the beginning of the game, I don't think. So yeah, there's that. So I guess thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more, leave me a comment, and remember to take good care of yourself. I hope to see you in the next one.